global happenings today. We communicate, we analyze global news. Stay tuned.
Hello guys, welcome back to our channel. We're so excited to have you again. The issue of coalition for 2027 to hoist Bola Ahmed Tinubu through election is gaining momentum, and Atiku Abubakar's camp have a lot to say about it. Don't forget that fairly recently, Wike, during the commissioning of project in Abuja, said that the good works of Bola Ahmed Tinubu has ended up frustrating those who are part of the coalition, and that it seems the whole thing is not going to work out. But the reverse is the case, as Atiku Abubakar's aide has opened up on how far the coalition has gone and the level of strength it has gathered, which has sent fear down the veins of the APC. And he has also spoken about the reason why Wike is speaking the way he's doing. Also, in a small video I'm going to share with you, former SSA to President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, who resigned fairly recently, opened up on the intended plan come 2027 against Bola Ahmed Tinubu re-election, and it will shock you what he has to say. But first of all, let's dive into full details of what Atiku Abubakar's camp have to send as a message across concerning the issue of coalition. The strength of Nigerian opposition coalition has triggered fear within the ruling All Progressive Congress and its ally, including former Rivers State Governor Wike. The coalition, gaining momentum ahead of the 2027 general election, is being positioned as a formidable platform capable of unseating the current administration. Paul Aide, media advisor to Atiku Abubakar, made the claims in an exclusive chat he had in Abuja. He accused the APC and its supporters of resorting to baseless attack on the coalition out of panic over its potential to end their reign. In his words, and I quote, he says, "They are scared because they know the coalition represents a formidable platform that could remove this administration. Even if some leaders defect to their political parties, the reality is that Nigerians are defecting to the coalition. It embodies their aspiration, a platform to end this failed government." He will also criticize the government handling of critical national issues, particularly insecurity and economic hardship. He referenced escalating killing in states like Benue and Plateau, as well as the rising cost of living, as evidence of the administration's failure to protect and provide for citizens. In his words, he says that the primary responsibility of any government is to protect lives and ensure the well-being of its people. If they can't do that, why are they in power? The value of human life in our country has hit an all-time low, especially under this administration. On the economic front, Aide noted that many Nigerians struggle to afford food, school fee, and other basic needs. In his words, he says, when they claim things are improving, one has to ask for whom? Certainly not for the common man. Responding to Wike's recent comment describing the opposition coalition as dead on arrival, Aide attributed the remarks to personal bias and questioned Wike's character and motivation. In his word, he says such utterances are likely driven by a 40-year-old whiskey or whatever he's been drinking for decades. They are in government. They should focus on governance instead of ranting. He also took aim at political commentators and former presidential aide Mokri, accusing him of dishonesty and hypocrisy. Aide referenced a false claim by Mokri that he recommended Peter Obi as Atiku's running mate in 2019, a claim Atiku later refuted. Despite the attack, Aide expressed confidence in the coalition capacity to unify Nigerians and present a credible alternative to the APC. He revealed that coalition leaders are finalizing arrangement to unveil their platform. According to him, he says, once everything is finalized and the dotted lines are signed, Nigerians will eagerly board this trend. They will make their defection far more overwhelming than what is happening with the APC. Another leader of the opposition coalition who requested anonymity also dismissed Wike's comment, urging Nigerians to ignore them. He likened the former Rivers governor to social media full of fake news. Yes, I am not granting any interview, but if you are asking for one that you can publish, I am not available. Whatever Wike said is Wike's business. He's not part of the coalition, so how would he knows he's dead on arrival? Let me advise Nigerians, don't ever take Wike seriously. He's like a social media full of fake news. Nigerians shouldn't listen to him. You all know who he is. Please focus on serious people, the source say. As the 2027 election approaches, the coalition rising visibility and influence are expected to accelerate political realignment and potentially reshape Nigerian political landscape. Now, interestingly, we also have a video to share with you. Hear what a former special assistant to President Bola Ahmed Tinubu has to say about their intention for 2027. I'm talking about the former SSA to the president on public affairs, Aliyu Audu. And we'll be back.
And I couldn't, in all honesty and all consciousness and with my conscience, be in his government knowing I am plotting against his removal in 2027, because I will. By God, we will remove him. By God, we will remove President Bola Ahmed Tinubu in 2027. And collectively, Nigerians will install a leader that will be our chosen, not his chosen, not Emi local. It will be our local. 2027 is Bobowa local. Every Nigeria Loma in 2020.
All right, welcome back. This is quite interesting, but there are a lot of things there I just want to comment on. Number one, seeing that the Wike is like social media, and you don't believe everything that comes from it, that there are a lot of fake news there. I don't think that the person, at least if you want to go down memory lane, someone like Wike should be played down on. When Wike means business, I'll tell you the truth, he means business, except he doesn't want to do it. And guess what? If there's anything that Wike knows is not getting successful about it, he will not talk about it. So even as you're trying to compose or you're trying to form a formidable coalition, be rest assured that in that coalition there are a lot of betrayers, who are going to be a part of it. And their intent is to be there to make sure that as you are pushing in firewood into the fire, they are drawing it out. And most of the time, they are traceable to people like Wike, because when Wike wants to go out for something, he does everything. He has been in the business of politicking for a long while. So I tell you the truth, he's not faking it. If he doesn't have an idea about what is going to happen in that coalition, you would hardly hear him talk the way he spoke last time. So it's a question of going back and trying to look at, the dotted lines, look at the T's and the I's. Are they actually okay? Because if you don't do what is ideal, at the end of the day, you may be shocked that the coalition may not even have anybody to present, as its leader, because before you know, the issue of leadership of that particular platform will be an issue of concern. A secretary may just wake up and start rising up and begin to say left, right, and center. But however, let's look at the issue that is ahead of us. 2027, a little bit far away because we are still in mid-2025, but we know that the campaign period will start precisely in 2026. The situation on ground, does it tick Tinubu right as the president that will be re-elected in 2027? That, I would say, based on the political, or let me not go political, let's say based on the situation on ground, what has happened fairly recently, the results may be shocking, except there will be manipulations here and there. Number one, the issue of what broke a lot of people's heart was the issue of Benue State. No matter what, yes, if the media aide says the president had called Alias, and Alias also came on board and said that the bandits took as much as 17 local government. They've been able to push them down to just, I think, 9 or 7 or so, and all of that. That's not what we are talking about. We are talking about the in-season taking out of human beings. Look at what happened. They say Amnesty International lied that the numbers they gave was not actually true, it was 59 people. But we saw someone who was on ground yesterday talking about VDM, very dark man. He was on ground. From every door they were going in, he opened the door. You can literally see some things on ground, which he pointed. He counted it. He was counting it. Working with those who are staying in that environment, you're coming up now to tell people it was just 59 people that were taken out. You're telling stories because everybody saw what actually happened. I think that this administration should wake up.